guys. I know I haven't been recording in a while, but I've been in this process of Christmas, getting my new phone, getting my new phone again. But this is going to be called What If Deku Was a Reincarnation of Zabuza. And if you don't know who Zabuza is, he's from Naruto when Naruto first. Like when Naruto was like 12, Sasuke, Sakura, he was just probably the first villain. So when Zabuza dies by Kakashi again, Kakashi wishes that Zabuza would be reincarnated into someone much better than he was, because Zabuza was pretty ruthless and damn savage. So that worked, and he was sent to the My Hero universe. So when he's born, Zabuza's hella smart, and he knows this thing called a quirk isn't as strong as chakra, but he don't care. He's just around. So so this is how Deku looks. He looks just like Zabuza. He's ruthless, cold-hearted. So when the kids see Deku, they see how intimidating he is, and they think he's gonna probably have a strong quirk. And so when Inko takes Deku to the quirk doctor, they says Deku don't have a quirk. Deku don't really care, cause like he's not from this universe, and he's like, I got chakra, and he starts manipulating water out of nowhere. And they're like, okay, so what do you want to call this quirk? And he's like, water manipulation or some shit. You know what? Call it chakra. And they're like, okay, that's an awkward name, but fuck it. And now it's called chakra. And so when Deku goes to school, everyone's asking him what's his quirk. He's like, it's technically water manipulation. And everyone's surprised and like, that really goes with your look and how you are. And he's like, yeah, I know. And Bakugo get cocky and be like, but your quirk can't beat mine's head ass. And Zabuza and Deku's like, I know that because like it's water, but I still can win and beat your ass in a fight. And Bakugo's like, you want to bet? And Zabuza's like, listen, buddy, buckaroo, you don't want to fight, because if I do fight you, you're dying. And he takes that as a challenge. They start throwing cans for a little while, which means Deku's literally dropping Bakugo. And now everyone thinks Deku's the strongest kid in the school, because like he just beat Bakugo without even using his quirk. So yeah. So Deku walks off. Years later, like 10 years later, Deku been training a lot, and he grew. Like he's now Zabuza technically, and Deku he became more cold-hearted. Every time Bakugo wants to fight him, Deku says yes, and he just beats down Bakugo, leaving him on the floor, bloodied and near to death. So everyone knows Deku as a cold-hearted, ruthless person. So they give him the name Zabuza. And Deku don't really care enough to like tell them not to call him that. And he actually likes the name. And he knows that was his past life name. And he's like, yeah, it's Zabuza, and call me Zabuza, and just Zabuza. And everyone's like, yes, sir, leader, sir, headass. And Deku's like, okay. And so let's say Deku got this one goon. It's like Haku, but not like Haku. It's Haku technically, but it's not Haku. It's like he's just by Deku's side all the time. But let's say that person dies somehow, but we don't know how, so let's leave it at that. So when they do the paper scene, the teacher throws it up in the air. Deku's like, nah, I don't really care. I'm going to UA. Everyone starts laughing a little bit because how weak. Like, they think his water quirk ain't going to get him past through UA. But they don't want to say that because they don't want to get their ass slapped. So, yeah. And that Bakugo still goes trying to fight Deku. But Deku don't care. He sees the sludge villain attack. Blah, blah, blah. That happens as normal. So now Bakugo's getting molested by the sludge villain, and All Might pulls up and splats the sludge villain all over the wall. 10 months of training. Deku's training hella hard. Like, he don't have to train. Like, he really don't. But he's training hella hard. He's trying to master his water quirk, all that. And that's what he do. He just masters it. And that happens, yeah. 8 months passed, and Deku's taking those 2 months to relax and focus on his technique. He tries to master his sword style, which he do, and he tries to like make his water much stronger and make sure like when he do the water clones, it's like more separate and not, and it don't have to actually stay close to him. And so he masters that somewhat. So he goes and he's in UA. He's doing the written portion. Bakugo still sits next to him, but he don't care. And let's say Deku's like have his eyes closed with his arms crossed, and Ida thinks he's just being hella cocky and stuff. And he's like, "Whoa! First off, buddy, Buckaroo, get your arms crossed, open your eyes, and pay attention." And Deku looks at him with the coldest stare ever, and everyone feels like the bloodlust off of Deku. And Ida sits down, scared because the way Deku's just looking at him. And Deku's like, "Thank fucking God." And time for the thing. Hold on, got a message from Discord. Alright, I'm back. I just had to go on Discord real quick. So like I was saying, Deku goes. He passed the written portion because he's hella smart. Like I'm pretty sure Zabuza's really smart. He goes up front in the practical, and when President might say go, Deku zooms in and just start destroying robots after robots after robots until he get 240 points. He looks at Uraraka, but he don't want to save her because that's how cold he is. And he runs off. Let's say Deku's not saving Uraraka this time, because yeah. And so this one, Uraraka's gonna hate Deku like a lot. Like Uraraka's gonna hate Deku with a fucking passion. And yeah. So Deku don't care really. And he passes, but some teachers wanna scold him, but they know it's their fault for sending it out. And they probably thought he was just scared. And Uraraka know he wasn't. Cause like she's seen the face on she's seen the face expression he gave her. And it was like a face that, bro, help yourself. Like, help yourself. And take off. And 2 weeks later, Deku's in UA. And he's wondering why the hell the door's so big. And yeah, he sits down. Uraraka sees him. And she gives him that cold, disgusting look. Deku feels the lust. And everyone's like, whoa, what's going on here, buddy, Buckaroo? And Deku's like, this is probably salty because I didn't save her at the practical exam. And she yells and be like, yeah, because I nearly got killed. And if I would have died, it would have been on your hands. And Deku's like, okay, oh well, it's not my fault you couldn't. It's not my fault your quirk is weak and you couldn't save yourself. Now is it? And Kirsten was trying to break it up and just do that buddy-o thing and just be like, whoa, guys, calm down. It was just in the practical. We're teammates now, and we gotta do this together. And Uraraka's like, no, he nearly got me killed, and I want him to apologize. And Deku's like, I'm not apologizing because you're weak. That's not how it goes. And Uraraka's like, I'm not weak. And Deku's like, you are weak if you couldn't lift rubble off of you. And Uraraka's get extremely mad and start like blushing in embarrassment, cause like she knows it's true. It's not his fault that she couldn't, how weak she is. And then Deku just goes even further, saying, you're weak because you don't know how to train yourself. You're weak because you're weak. Like, you're pathetic. Puh. Spit on the ground. Why the hell are you even in UA? And that makes Uraraka cry a little bit, and she goes to her seat. And Mr. Aizawa wakes up, and he heard what Deku said, and he's like, I like this kid. And Deku knows Mr. Aizawa was there the whole time. So yeah. and Mr. Aizawa said that is true. You can't always rely on someone to save you. You gotta save yourself. and they go to the locker rooms to put on their gym uniform, and that's what they do. They walk out. Mr. Aizawa throws Deku the ball, and Deku goes to the plate thing and chucks the ball. Since he want to prove to Uraraka that he's correct, he chucks it with most of 50% of his power, which puts him at 10,000 meters, and everyone's shocked. And Bakugo's shocked because he didn't know Deku was that strong. And it's his turn. He chucks it. And yeah, all that. So when Uraraka chucks it and she get affinity, Deku's like, whatever. But Uraraka's like, yeah, I got farther than you. But Deku comes back snapping, saying, but you can make gravity. You can take away gravity on things. I can't. I use my raw strength. You use your quirk. So I technically still can overpower you with and without my quirk. You're still weak in my eyes. Without your quirk, you're technically useless. Most of you are technically useless. Looks at Aoyama. Yeah, he looks at Aoyama, Mineta, Mineta, and Ojiro. He looks at those guys, and everyone thinks Deku's just a big ass jerk. But Deku's telling the truth. And Mr. Aizawa's like, he's not wrong, he's telling the truth, and most of you guys here don't deserve to be in UA. And they do everything. Deku always get first place. Todoroki don't care. So yeah, he don't really care. Cause he know that he can probably fight Deku. And probably beat his ass, but let's not get into that. And yeah. So, I know this is short and it's kind of rushed, but I'm going to go post on my other channel. And yeah. Alright. Oh, also, we're near 40 subscribers. We got 36. Let's see if we can get 40 subs. This is competition here, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We're nearly at 40. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. And I will see you guys in the next video. But when my channel is up, my next channel is up, I will inform you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close. This is J. Ray Uchiha. And I'm out. I love you.